Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Grounded Glycer and I want to welcome you to the Teambuilder of the Low-Lead Needle Queens versus the Las Vegas Lucarios in the week 1 of the MBA. First off, I want to thank you so much so far for the 25 subs which I reached today. I'm pretty proud about myself and about you guys for that you liking the content I put out, and also for the fact to support this channel. It's also nice that I really appreciate also the fact that you want to support the low-lead Needle Queens. And now we're actually going to go into the team builder, but before we do that, I'm actually going to pull up the team of noobs and I'm going to call out this team that he has. He drafted Pinsir Mega, Keldeo and Sylveon as his OU picks. As UU picks, he drafted Tentacruel, Hexorus and Snorlax. As his RU picks, he had Medicham, Electros and Diancie. And as his NU/PU picks, he had Xatu, Klinklang and Malamar. If you just joined in or didn't watch the draft recap and you still want to know our picks for the low-lead Needle Queens, which are Latios, Talonflame and Aggron Mega for the OU tier, Gardevoir, Vaporeon and Chestnut for the UU tier, Manectric, Hitmontop and Omastar for the RU tier, and Gourgeist, Sandslash and Swallow for the NU/PU tier. So, I'm actually going to take you to the thought process which I had during the building of this team, which I didn't do alone. I did this with a good friend of mine. He helped me out pretty much a lot with build so far, and also giving me advice and such on some Pokemon which I could bring, and pretty much saved me from going too crazy. So actually, if we look at this team, yes, we have things that threaten his team and vice versa. For example, his team Keldeo scares kinda the hell out of me for this team. Keldeo is the one thing that will throw me off probably because I don't know a proper switching to be completely honest. And I will see that his team has a potential of sweeping in some occasions, and I also see at his team that Talonflame can do pretty much the work. So what I decided for this team right now is that we decided actually to have a more defensive build on this one and then have 2 offensive threats to the team. We have also some weird things on here which you may see running by and such. So I'm actually now going to go straight in the team. So we have IB tricking the female Gourgeist, going for the week 1, and was the first Pokemon we decided to bring. Because Medicham was one of the fears which I had, because it threatens a lot on my team, especially if it's Scarfed or whatever, even though I have a Talonflame. It will threaten my Mega much, it can have the coverage to take down a lot Pokemon on my team. So Gourgeist is actually the Pokemon that walls Medicham to an extent. That's why we run Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp, Protect and Shadow Ball. We have Shadow Ball, we have the EV spread of 232 HP, 240 defense and 36 special attack. We have the 232 HP due to the fact we wanted the leftovers number to gain as much health as possible, because Pokemon have leftovers numbers, and if you cannot use them, I would say. Because we don't lose pretty much out of some bulk, but we still can get more HP back from leftovers as we would if we run 252 EVs. The 240 defense EVs are just to take on the Medicham, and 36 EVs in the special attack are used right now for the Shadow Ball to actually guarantee a 2-hit KO on the Xatu. He has a Xatu, and actually we thought of running Phantom Force, to be honest, even because he has higher attack, but it is a 2-turn move, and between then he can probably switch, so it's pretty much useless. So we decided on Shadow Ball and then give it a lowering attack nature, so we don't lose anything on the things we need, like speed, special defense and special attack. So that is pretty much IB tricking the Gourgeist for you. So if we move up to the next Pokemon, we have Vesta the Talonflame holding the Citrus Berry with Gale Wing's ability. Rocking Overheat, Acrobatics, Will-O-Wisp and Roost with 248 HP, 252 defense, 4 attack and 4 special attack. We decided on this spread also to deal with Mega Pinsir, to deal with Hexorus and such. And the citrus berry is there to bluff the potential band or the sharp beak or the etc. Overheat is there just because we can OHKO Mega Pincer from full. That's why we don't have a lowering nature in the special attack or the attack and just go straight for the speed, because we don't need pretty much any speed because we outspeed pretty much everything. We could take our Mega Pincer with this, and I believe we also talked about that we potentially could live a Stone Edge from Mega Pincer. Don't hang me up on that because I'm not really sure anymore, but I think we could live a Stone Edge with this. Acrobatics is just for overall stat. If we pop the citrus berry, it will do some major damage, doing a lot on his team later on if the Diancie as such is gone. If Diancie are gone, Electros and what was it? Diancie, Electros. Let me see 1 second. Sorry guys. Diancie, Diancie, Electros, and Klinklang for example. If we bring Klinklang, we can actually overheat it. But still, just spam acrobatics, we need those 3 Pokemon gone. Overall, we can do just a major amount of damage, and I'm pretty happy with the set we've got here. It is a mix of bulky offense, pretty much, like I said, which I would be running this season. So pretty much that is Vesta right here, and we're going up to the next Pokemon, which is Aloy, the Mega Aggron, also making his tribute for the week 1. With a very complicated set, which I will go over, no worries. With Heavy Slam, Stone Edge, Low Kick and Stealth Rock. With a spread of 248 HP, 16 defense, 232 defense and 12 in speed. So I will work from speed up to the HP because it's easier to talk about. So we have the 12 in speed because I know, for example, because I ran Electros last season and in some other occasions I ran it as well. And I noticed that when you run Electros, you sometimes have 4 speed EVs left, or you have 8 speed EVs, 4 or 8 EVs left. And I would see him actually put it into speed. And I would actually outspeed his speed gripping Electros with this, or as potentially speed gripping Diancie or Snorlax, whatever he wants to bring. So with this spread, we actually outspeed with Diancie, Snorlax, and Electros, as we normally would speed tie or not outspeed. In Electros case, we will go sturdy pre-Mega. If we Mega Evolve with Will Be Filter, of course. As you probably would know, you are not forced to Mega Evolve turn 1 in the MBA, but you are forced to run the Mega Stone. So we have the 232 special defense and the 16 defense just as overall, because Mega Aggron doesn't really need much in its defense investment, because 550 defense is just amazing. The 550 defense pretty much let us take our Mega Pincer as well. Even at +2 we take 66% or something, and we OHKO with Stone Edge. The 232 defense is just overall for damage to take from, for example, things like Keldeo, Diancie if needed. We will take a huge amount from, like example from Medicham, but I'm gonna go to the check to that later on. We have Heavy Slam just for overall damage. Stone Edge, as I explained, is mostly for the Mega Pincer because we OHKO. Low Kick. Now, Low Kick we decided on actually to deal with Snorlax, for example, because Low Kick does 51 to 66%, I believe. If it's the normal standard Curse-Lax set, if you know that. And I noticed also that some Pokemon are heavy on the team, like for example Haxorus is quite heavy, which Heavy Slam won't have much effect on, like for example Low Kick would. So it's just more of super effective damage, and then also the damage we can get on Snorlax. And as last move we actually decided on Stealth Rock. And the reason we decided on Stealth Rock is just in case we can get them up for the Mega Pincer or whatever he is gonna bring, we can actually put them up. If you bring Satu, I wouldn't actually just go over and if you bring Satu, I wouldn't go put up rocks, but if he doesn't bring Satu, we have actually a free chance of getting them up. So we actually now go into the Mr. Draco, the female Latias holding the leftovers with Psyshock, Hidden Power Bug, Defog and Roost. With a spread of 248 HP, 124 defense and 136 special defense. So this is actually our check to the Medicham and also to take some special hits, but mostly it is here to get rocks off the field. That's mostly the damage which we need, which we don't need, because we probably just need to defog away the rocks and then our Pokemon can have just a free time. He probably knows that he can't give rocks up too long because we have a defogger and I have 2 other spinners on my draft, and I have 1 more defogger because I have Latias and Swallow as defoggers, and I have Sand Slash and him on top as spinners. So we have just here 124 defense to take on the Medicham. We will take literally not that much. We take probably 35% or something max. Ice Punch would probably hurt, but we can then counteract on it if he is probably like for example Choice Bandit or Choice Scarf. If he is Life Orb, it's pretty much easier to deal with because we have Goregeist. Oh no, wait, I tell the wrong thing. Latias is here to take hits from the Medicham, and it's also our check to the Keldeo. Keldeo was such a huge threat, and Medicham is actually covered by the IB Trickin, but we're actually gonna go with Mr. Draco as a check to Keldeo. If he goes for Icy Wind, we get counteract on it as well, and he probably won't go for double Icy Wind because to the fact A, it's not a 2-hit KO, and B, if he does decide to stay in, he will lose his Keldeo to a Side Shock. We have Hidden Power Bug on here because Latias doesn't get Signal Beam, and we wanted to at least hit Malamar for some damage, and Hidden Power Bug would at least be stronger than Draco Meteor, which we probably wanted. So that's why we decided on Hidden Power Bug. Defog is just to get hazards off the field, pretty standard, and oops. And then as the last move we have Roost because we need Mr. Draco just at as high amounts of health as possible, also to defog them away from the potential Diancie which set them up, to actually take out Keldeo, take hits from Medicham, just things like that. So on the last 2 Pokemon we actually decided on 3 Hugs to Chestnut, holding the Salak Berry with the bulletproof ability with Drain Punch, Stone Edge, Belly Drum and Substitute. With the EV spread of 60 HP, 244 attack, 20 defense and 184 speed. With a Jolly Nature. The Jolly Nature right here is to achieve that we outspeed Keldeo if it's Life Orb for example after the Salak Berry pops. Because Keldeo caps out at 346 and due to the Salak Berry we go to 347. The 20 defense is there just because we took some EVs off the speed before we changed it. 60 HP would go to an even number which is 332. So we can sub up 4 times, and when we reach 25% we actually get the Salak Berry instead of that we go sub 5 times. No, we can sub 3 times. Instead that we sub 4 times and then go to 1%. So we can now actually deal more damage. The 244 attack is just here to gain overall damage, and with the Belly Drum it's just amazing. So we have Drain Punch, Stone Edge, Belly Drum and Substitute. Actually the other way around, but no matter. Drain Punch is just for overall stab. Stone Edge is to hit Pinsir for super effective damage if we need to. He probably will quick attack, but I think we can live it. I'm not sure, but I think we can. This also can take care of the Xatu. We have Belly Drum just to get it off, and we have Substitute to actually get a safe Belly Drum off. I actually think that Chestnut can shine this match just because once certain things are gone, which probably outspeed us or something, like for example Mega Pinsir with quick attack. I think our Pinsir is gone, we can actually freely set up and just can go for game. Because once we get a sub up and a Belly Drum, it's pretty much game over. So I'm actually quite happy, that's a wrong sentence. I never used Salak Berry Chestnut, and I actually kinda proud that we can run it already in just week 1 of the MBA, and I wonder how it's gonna work, to be honest. So as the last one we have a huge mech, the Omastar, holding the White Hoop with Shell Armor to not get critted with Hydro Pump, Agent Power, Earth Power and Cell Smash. We have Hydro Pump just for overall damage. It may miss, but we just need the overall damage for sure. We have Agent Power just for stab as well. We have Earth Power to hit things like the Diancie. Also, if we don't run the risk to miss, we can also hit his... we can just hit everything which probably resists our both stabs. And Cell Smash is just to get it off and get to +2 and etc. We have the speed, the EV spread of 144 HP, 252 special attack and 112 speed. 112 speed is just if we get the Cell Smash boost, we will pretty much outspeed his entire team, borrowing Scarfers though, of course. We just go for Models right here because we want to do as much damage as possible, even with the Shell Smash up. And 144 is just to gain some little bulk, which we probably will need. which we probably will need, for example, to take less damage from quick attack plus bullet punch, for example, if he wants to take us on with that, and we can guarantee live that. So that was actually pretty much the team builder for the week 1 of the MBA, and I hope you pretty much enjoyed this. I will actually, by the time this video goes up, I will actually already battle Mutes, and I hope we can come out with a victory. If not, then not, and we just move on to week 2 and we see what happens. If you are a proud supporter of your low-level Nido Queens and are wanting to let us move forward in this, show your love for the low-level Nido Queens on the like button down below. Leave the subscribe button if you haven't, and share this video with someone if you think the low-level Nido Queens should get more love. Actually, I'm actually also gonna leave a video link in the description to the draft analysis. If you want to see that, if you have missed it, for example, even though I have 3-4 videos up on the channel. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of anything I'm gonna make on this channel. Bye!